to Sidequest Gaming, where we take a look at both old games and new to try and uncover some of those little hidden gems that you might want to give a crack for yourself. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to dive back in and continue our run through of Stacklands that we started a little while ago at the request of one of our subscribers. So we're just going to play for about half an hour, continue through, and I'll just chat through my thought processes and how we're going, and hopefully you get to enjoy the ride. So we're going to dive in at Moon 13 here where we left on off. And we're going to start pause just to kind of reorientate ourselves with where we're at. And I might drop down our little quest menu over here and just have a look at what we've got going. We've got our little coin chest here. We've got our 2 villagers, 3. We've got our lumberjack over there that's cutting away some of the lumber for our wood. Got a few berry bushes. We're definitely needing some food before this moon ends because we are going to lose our dudes if we don't get some. So let's get some berry bushes getting harvested. We're probably going to want... I know we were working on trying to get some farms up and running. That's definitely one of our priorities. Okay, so we do have our quarry over here. We have our farm, which is our means of kind of producing some extra food. So once we get a berry off here, we're going to put it onto the farm to start producing some berry bushes. Might as well have our quarry pushing out some stones over here. We have a coin, we'll throw it in the chest. What is our goal? Ooh, okay, we can make a milkshake here with the milk from that cow. And our next berry is going to go on the farm to produce some more berry bushes. Now, what is it that we're wanting to make to become a bit more sustainable? So we've got something that's generating some food for us, which is good. That's really our priority. We're needing to get some kind of mechanism to get regular food input. So that's at least getting us something here, but I am concerned about our overall ability to keep producing food. Let's just double check what it took for us to get a farm, because I've got an intervening time. It was a soil, 2 plank, 2 brick. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have enough to make a couple of bricks. So we're going to try and build that. I reckon around the half-time mark here is where we need to start worrying. Okay, we almost have it. Ooh, we are really in trouble on the food front, aren't we? I think what we're going to want to do is try and get some carrots to put onto our farm. Now, the reason I say that, okay, I mean, that's not really what we were after. I'm buying some packs right now to try and get different sorts of food out of it. So let's get some reap and sow ones. Oh, out of money, okay. The reason I'm after carrots is because they don't require picking. They just kind of keep getting produced from the farm, whereas this is going to create a berry bush for us to pick from. So it's a little bit of a different outcome. I'm getting worried about how many cards we're going to have to sell at the end of this round. So something we're definitely going to have to work on is going to be getting some more sheds up as well. We don't have we do have an iron mine. Warehouses, I think it was. Warehouse required 1 stone, 1 iron bar. Did we have a smelter? So we got our iron mine. I can't see a smelter. So we need a smelter, which is 2 flint, 2 brick, 1 plank. So really that's probably our next. I know I was saying it's a farm. That's our next priority as long as we survive the night by feeding everyone. So got a few things we have to work on at once. 2 cows is good. Probably don't need the rabbit, to be honest. That berry's going to be good. Berry bush is done. Let's sell a fair bit of this wood just to get our numbers down there. I'm just going to clear some of this out a bit just so we know realistically what we're trying to knock down card-wise. These guys are turning the stones into bricks, so that'll drop the amount that we need in terms of cards, and it's also working towards our smelter, which is one of our little goals we've got here. Okay, we now have... Ooh, not enough food still. Why is that not enough food? Would have thought that would have knocked it up enough. Now we've got enough just. Um, bit concerned there. I really want to put one on here to start producing some more berry bushes, but I think we're about to run out of time for that. How long is that going to take? 10 seconds, and we have just enough time for that to pop before the end of the moon. Putting him over there. Let's see whether that goes through. Yep, did. Cool. Alright, feed the villagers. Okay, everyone is fed. No one's starved. It was a just thing. Okay, so we've got our 2 bricks over here. That's nice. Smelter's going to require 2 flint, so we need 1 more flint and a plank. So we're going to need some wood to sell those, see whether we can get a reap and sow pack again, and maybe another curious cuisine. Just I'm hoping for a carrot. It's a berry, not really what we're after, and an egg. Carrot, perfect. Okay, done. Got some berries over here, and some various other bits of food. We almost want a fireplace to start cooking some of this stuff, or we can just probably get rid of it as a whole. We needed a plank, so let's get that happening. Still waiting for hopefully a bit of flint to come out. We have a bit of iron ore. Right now, working on the smelter, then a warehouse. That's the goal. Because at least then we can start increasing this cap, which means that we'll be able to start kind of floating more cards and resources without having this big concern every few minutes around having too many cards on the board that we're going to then have to sell or get rid of, things like that. We have a plank, so we're still just waiting on that 1 piece of flint to get us a smelter. Just making milkshakes where possible. We probably need an animal pen too, to keep these occupied, but that requires a bit. We can probably make them just by making a bunch of animal cages, so we'll do that shortly, and whenever I can I'm making milkshakes with those berries. Still no extra flint. We're about to get, yep, we've got food just. This should pop out another carrot shortly, hopefully. See whether it does. If it's working the way I think it does. Oh, okay. It did, but I have to then reallocate one. Okay. That's not the worst though. That's still better than me then having to put a worker on to pick it each time. Let's break that into a stick. Okay. Still no luck on flint from this mine here, unfortunately. We are getting some iron ore though, which is nice. There's 1 stick. Go another. Really, the animal pen's just to kind of lock these guys down into a specific location. I do think it has an impact on the amount of milk and stuff they produce, but I'm not 100% on that. Let's sell those bits of wood. We still have 9 too many. I'm going to get rid of this food there because we can't eat it without cooking it. And I kind of can't be bothered with cooking right now. We want to keep the berry bush. We'll get rid of the tree. This is not ideal. Okay, we still have 3 cards we need to get rid of. I guess we'll sell the stick. They're easy to get more of. And 2 iron ore. Not ideal, but it's going to have to be what it is until we can get some more storage happening. Which really, we're just kind of playing a little bit of wait and see for this flint. Though we could probably buy a few humble beginnings boxes. Packs. And maybe a seeking wisdom. And let's just see whether one of these packs gets us some flint. That one was a bust, but it paid itself back. Soil, berry bush, okay, not the worst. Soil does mean we can get another farm, which would be nice. They were zeros, so absolutely useless. Ooh, a berry bush, I mean, we need the food, so once again, not the worst, but another 2 berry bushes, okay. So we're just going to have our lumberjack collecting food by the look of it. But we are starting to stockpile a bunch of cards that we don't necessarily want to have. Like, that's a lot of berry bushes. I'm just going to put my iron mine guy over there so that we're double picking berries. To kind of knock that out and get rid of that stick and the wood. And just, I guess we're still just going to keep hoping that we get a piece of flint from over here. One of those more rare resources for us to get. Got our, not that rare. I'm just having a bit of an unlucky run there. I just want to check. This has. I'm reading down the bottom left right now. The irony is I bought those humble beginnings and they didn't actually have the possibility of getting flint. It's the seeking wisdom box, so I kind of wasted that opportunity. But if we get some of these seeking wisdom packs, I keep calling them boxes. I don't know why I'm doing that. But we're gonna keep seeing whether we get lucky in one of these boxes. I'm getting a good food output with these 2 berries being harvested. But we are halfway through the moon. So let's just pause while we do this to try and pull one out. That was a terrible little run, wasn't it? I still have 14 coins, so we do have I'm just going to really go all in on getting this flint so that we can progress a bit. Because right now we're stagnating behind that, and as the moons progress, we will get more, attacks from the strange portal, things like that. And if we aren't able to kind of keep up, it's not a strong pressure, but if we still can't, get more resources, get more workers, build them some weapons, do a little bit more than just trying to survive each moon, we could be in a bit of trouble when we get attacked. Still not finding anything. Oh God, that was a terrible run. We do have one more chance there. We have spent a lot of money on this, but no go again. Just want to check. It definitely says flint in there as a chance. I don't know what the percentage chance is, but I would say it's quite low. Alright, we're relying on our little quarry over here to really work some magic. Food's looking good though, which is nice for once, considering the last little bit and the fact that old Bob over here, that's what I've named him, died from hunger, the poor guy. Okay, what can I... Oh, milk. Let's turn some milkshakes happening. Our cows have been productive. There's another one. They also are pooping, which gets us some money. That's great. Still no flint. We have enough for a couple more boxes of wisdom. We are, though, very unfortunately almost at the end of this moon, which obviously has similar sort of problems, and I think we're going to be selling some things we don't necessarily want to be selling, like berry bushes, but, can't do much about that. I'm just going to preemptively sell these ones because we are so far over our cap. Okay, we'll be selling some berries too, I imagine. Alright, time to eat. Food's fine, everyone's fed. We have a surplus. I haven't been putting my carrots back on the farm either, which has been a big mistake. I mean, not that food's been a really big problem so far, but like as of now. But ooh, I think we almost have to get rid of all them, and we're still 7 over. Get rid of our iron, 6 over. Doesn't leave us a lot of options, does it? Get rid of that. I guess. I don't want to sell the milkshakes, I don't think. But do I? Have to get rid of 5 cards. We'll get... Oh, the soil gives us a farm, though. Oh, this is not ideal. Okay, let's work this through. If we go down to 2 berry bushes on each of my dudes here, that gets rid of 6 for us. Okay. If we get rid of we'll get more money for these milkshakes, so let's just do that. Speak of the devil, as I said, you know, the strange portal was going to be the challenge that was going to come up for us. Okay, what can we do about this? We have a lumberjack. Let's have a look at weapons. See whether there's anything, because that's going to be here in 19 seconds. So, under military, we can... Oh, I thought I did have a smelter, because I must have, because I made an axe. Am I fighting all the way to make something I've already got here? Because that would be hilarious. But no, I don't. I must have... Did I have to sell it? What happened? I don't know. Either that or did I find a... I don't know what I've done. But I don't think I can make any weapons in the time I've got. I really, really want that flint. So I'm just, once again, before anything else happens, let's just throw in on these Seeking Wisdom packs. Yeah, I must have had a smelter. I think we must have sold it in that initial. There we go. 2 lots of flint. That's what we want. Okay. Berries getting made there. We'll put him on to hopefully finish that smelter in time. Goes to show when you lose something important. Okay. More berry bushes. Don't need the trees. Or the rocks. So stack the trees up. Let's get rid of them. Sell them. They can go away. And the rocks. Oh, come on. Go away. Get rid of the poop. Flint we'll just put over here. Berry bushes. And we're just going to have to see how we go until this portal comes into place. I can't move the portal, but I can move everyone away to just kind of give us a bit of breathing space when the enemy comes out to see what it is and how we're going to go with the battle. A bit of food because we are in a wee bit of strife on the food front, but once that milkshake comes in we should be good. That's not going to finish before the portal, so we're going to have to hold off for a second. Oh, not great. Two different guys here. Gonna move my forces over here and just kind of use them to pull them away. Okay, smelter is in play. That's good. Can I lure one and the other? No, I can't. I kind of want to separate them rather than fight all at once. If I can. No, looks like we're going to go into battle with them. Let's get rid of the shaman. See whether we can. Alright, the battle has been commenced. Okay, cool. We are really laying out some damage on this goblin shaman. We are gold. That's what we wanted. Bit of magic dust. Okay, brilliant. We are in a much better place now. We've got our smelter up and running. We are in trouble up here. I should probably have just built some sheds to... Sorry, yeah, it is some more sheds rather than waiting for this warehouse that I'm trying to get to. The reason I'm trying to get to the warehouse, if I can go a stone and an iron bar, then it goes by 14 instead of these sheds that only get me 4. But I have put myself in a bit of a sticky situation trying to get there, because it just takes... I'm kind of skipping a step, so to speak, charging on ahead. what do I want this guy doing? Let's get him mining over here, because I think the warehouse required a stone anyway. I'm definitely not going to be able to get one by the time the moon finishes, unfortunately. But what we need to do for the smelter is we need to fuel it with wood, and then we place whatever we want to smelt into it, which in this case is definitely going to be a piece of iron. And we can smelt other things later, such as gold and things like that. It doesn't require a worker to function though. So see how once we put that on there, it just automatically goes. So that's a different type of building in this game. There are a few like that that will function in that way where, you know, as long as the two resources that it wants are in there, it will just kind of churn through itself. Whereas to build this warehouse, I require putting a person on it. So, like a builder, there we go. But that's good, we've got a warehouse on the way. We are going to have to sell up a bunch of stuff this round, but at least we are in a positive trajectory to start expanding our, I guess, pop cap, our unit cap. 15 cards too many. Okay, let's get rid of that wood. Let's get rid of that wood. We're down to 9. Get rid of the stone. Get rid of, I guess, the carrot. The 2 berries. 5 more to go. 1 berry bush, the poop. 3 more to go. Ugh. Let's just get rid of 3 of the berry bushes. I don't love it, but it's we're going to be a bit strapped for food, but ain't that always a problem we're having? Milkshakes in the yard. Okay, once we get a rock out of the quarry, we'll relocate him to the berry bush, because this will give us what we need for another warehouse shortly once that finishes. Right now we're on 24 cap and it has gone to 38, much more healthy. And you can see how the this was right up against the edge of the map. See how the map's expanded quite significantly as a result of the inclusion of that warehouse, which is great. Picking some berries, it's another milkshake. Food's okay for the moment. The moment we get this iron out, we're going to go for another bar and um, aim for another 2 warehouses, I think, and then we can start moving on to some other areas of need. Food being one of them. So what did that farm require? 2 brick, 2 plank. Okay, and 1 soil. Yep. Because if we can have 2 farms going, then we might be able to start getting to a good influx of carrots at least, or something like that. Okay, we've got our iron mines going rather slowly there. Let's move this guy off the quarry in a second, and we'll make this into a plank, because we know that's one of the things that we need. The farm, we need 2 planks, 2 bricks. Iron is starting. Now we got another milkshake over here. Oh, that might not have been the best move. I'm going to make a berry bush actually instead. Okay, what do we got here? Let's put another bit of wood over here. We've got an iron bar, so that means we can make another warehouse. Great. After this iron mine guy's done, I'll put him back on the quarry, I reckon, because we need the bricks, which are 3 stone each, so on and so forth. So, yep, put him over there and whoop, feed our villagers. That's a shame the milk went, so that means food's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge for the next round. Okay, cool. But we only had to sell 1 card, so that's a far more positive little step there. And we're getting another iron bar made. Okay, another warehouse. Fantastic. Expanding the playing field again. Farm is cooking. Okay, cool. Iron bar, there we go. Another warehouse being made. Okay, Now we probably want to start making some planks here. From this guy, and then bricks will be next to make us that second farm to start a bit more food production. Put a carrot here. I really need to start picking this berry bush. Who am I going to get to do that? I think once this lumberjack's done here, I'll have him harvest some berries. Yeah, because I'll get this guy making bricks. Yep, brick on its way. Berry harvesting started. Another warehouse. Okay, our pop cap is gold for a little bit. Did I sell? No, we kept the soil. Good, that was the plan. Soil 2 planks, we've got those. We've got a berry, so we'll make a milkshake there, and another milkshake. And another milkshake in a minute. Great, bricks are good, and that'll be the last brick. There we go, cool. There we go. Oh, do we want... No, we don't want to put that on there yet, because we want to put it on the farm if we can. Alright. Things are happening. We are in a good spot. Let's just get him cutting wood. What's our next step? What's the next step in our game plan? We probably need to start getting some better equipment for our guys too. And we probably want to start building some brickyards and some sawmills to reduce our need to continue to make bricks manually and make planks manually. They're the sort of buildings that if we just put raw wood on them, they will just automatically produce the kind of second tier version. Feed the villagers, and from there actually, if this farm, once we've got the farm up and running, we should then be able to get some more workers perhaps. Traveling carts appeared. Okay, so this is like a merchant. We've got some money. Let's see what he gives us. A key, another key, a frittata, some soil, a brick, a golden, an iron bar, nice, a treasure chest. Just spending all my money on this guy. An apple could be good because we could then start growing some apple trees. But that's all our money. But I'm not upset with that because that could get us a third farm. Treasure chest we should be able to open. Great. With an apple and an egg and some more poop. These ones can kind of just sit by themselves for the moment. The iron bar with a rock will give us another warehouse, which we won't complain about either. We do need some more planks, so let's go over there for that purpose, because I reckon we'll build ourselves another farm, get that going. Let's put an apple over here on the farm, so we can get some apple trees going. So I reckon that will be a... You know, we were talking about trying to get into a bit of a better spot with food. We are definitely on our way in that respect. 2 farms, one doing berry bush, one doing apples. What do we want to do here? We'll do another plank. He's making another warehouse. And what do we need? We need bricks, don't we? We don't have any bricks, do we? Let's get him on the quarry. Extra warehouse is fantastic. We're up to 80 on our cap. One more brick required and we can get a third farm. Put him back on his lumber camp. And put plank up here. This guy can... What are we going to get him to do? Yeah, he can just mine some iron ore, I reckon, for the moment. Yeah, why not? We've got our little wooding. Ah, awesome. That'll be enough for another brick. That's our third farm. Ooh. Okay. Apple tree. Nice. Put a carrot on the farm. And put a carrot on the farm. Berry bush. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think we need some. We're going to have to start getting some more workers in a minute. Because, and I think we need to get a house back because I believe we got rid of our house as part of the number cap we originally had. So 2 wood, 1 stone. We can do this. Boom. There we go. And we might as well just get our guy over there starting to work on that. The frittata is going to cover some of our food. We're actually getting a decent little passive supply through this milk of food cover, so that is helping out quite a bit. House is almost done. We've got time to feed. Okay. Oh, strange portal has appeared. Oh no. As we said, it's increasing, and that is becoming a little bit problematic for us because we'll see what we scraped through last time, mostly because of the roll we had with that particular goblin that we faced. But I think we're going to call it there for this particular session. So this is round 2 of Stacklands. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you're enjoying spending a bit of time with me as we work through this game. If you are enjoying it, please like, subscribe. Really makes a difference to me personally, but also to my ability to keep going with this channel. If you'd like to keep seeing this kind of content, please leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.